Welcome to the Scottish Rite Journal podcast, an audio presentation of the Scottish Rite Journal, brought to you by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. This week's article is The Three Books of Enoch, Testaments to Masonic Enlightenment in Plain Sight, Part 1, 1 Enoch, by Brother Keith Peterson, 32nd degree KCCH, and Brother Lucas Minton, 32nd degree KCCH, and comes from the July-August 2024 issue of the Scottish Rite Journal. Editor's note: Enoch is well known in both the Jewish and Christian traditions as a man who did not die but was instead lifted directly to heaven by the Almighty himself. Genesis chapter 5 verses 21 through 24. Keith Peterson, in Masonic Light on Enoch and the Book of Enoch, Scottish Rite Journal, January-February 2023, examined the historical, mythological, and Masonic footprint of Enoch, especially in the Scottish and York Rite degrees. That article culminated in the assertion that Enoch, as a righteous man who walked with God, Genesis chapter 5 verse 24, who discovered the vault containing the true name of God, and whose very name in Hebrew means the initiator, is the character who best embodies Masonic initiation into the path of enlightenment. The biblical personage of Enoch is discussed frequently in Freemasonry, including in the journal. Illustrious Arturo de Hoyos, 33rd degree Grand Cross, writes in Secrets of Enoch, July-August 2013, that Masonry's Enochian legend is a late evolution which combines traditions spanning several cultures and reaching back into antiquity. The Masonic lore of Enoch is also summarized by Dr. Rex R. Hutchins in A Bridge to Light. Enoch was conveyed vertically through 9 arches into a subterranean vault, which contained a triangular plate of gold upon which was written the name of God. Chapter on the 13th degree, the Royal Arch of Solomon. In this issue, we publish the first part of a 2-part essay in which Brother Peterson and co-author Brother Lucas Minton examined 3 influential extra-biblical works involving Enoch and now known as 1, 2, and 3 Enoch. The authors find compelling parallels to the craft which have remained largely hidden in plain sight. Enoch's role in the Masonic narrative is at times vexing. While the vault and pillars of Enoch played notable roles in both Scottish Rite and York Rite esoterica, Enoch's role in Blue Lodge ritual is rare to non-existent. In this essay, we will examine Enoch for important Masonic truths as seen in 3 ancient texts that are not included in Jewish or most Christian Bibles: 1, 2, and 3 Enoch. In the first installment of this essay, we will discuss the Book of Enoch, or 1 Enoch. 1 Enoch is a collection of narratives that begins with Enoch's account of fallen angels, transitions into a series of apocryphal parables, leads the reader through an astonishingly accurate accounting of the movement of observable celestial bodies, and culminates in the description of the biblical heavens. On its face and without discernment, the book appears to be a standard Judeo-Christian reference to the epic preceding the flood of Noah, yet embedded in the narrative of pervasive references to oaths, secrets, the transition from darkness to light, and a fascination with the regularity of the sun, moon, and celestial bodies. A deeper dive into specific chapters and verses will resonate with every Mason who has walked through the door of a lodge for the first time as an entered apprentice, all the way through his journey upon which he was brought into the fullness of light as a Master Mason. Upon his first entrance into a lodge, every prospective Mason is asked to declare his intentions and beliefs. After this declaration, he is given assurances. This exchange is metaphorically exemplified in chapter 38, verses 2 and 3. And when the righteous one shall appear before the eyes of the righteous, whose elect works hang upon the Lord of spirits, and light shall appear to the righteous and the elect, the secrets of the righteous shall be revealed, and the sinners judged, and the godless driven from the presence of the righteous and elect. In short, if one's trust is in God, one will be protected. In the preceding ambulation, expressed in chapter 8, verses 11 and 12, the soon-to-be Mason may recount his dark wanderings and his desire for light. And I will summon the spirits of the good who belong to the generation of light, and I will transform those who were born in darkness, who in the flesh were not recompensed with such honor as their faithfulness deserved. And I will bring forth in shining light those who have loved my holy name. As obligations are fundamental to all Masonic degrees, so are they to Enoch. Chapter 69 of 1 Enoch is subtitled The Names and Functions of the Fallen Angels, the Secret Oath. In this chapter, the Archangel Michael is provided with the secret names, functions, and explanations of the Watchers in exchange for an oath, similar to how the names, grips, and explanations are given to a Mason in exchange for his own obligations. With every Master Mason's journey culminating in being raised into light, Enoch likewise gives conceptual knowledge to this critical scene in the text of chapter 71, verses 2 and 3. And I saw 2 streams of fire, and the light of that fire shone like hyacinth. And the angel Michael, one of the archangels, seized me by my right hand, and lifted me up and led me forth into all the secrets, and he showed me all the secrets of righteousness. Additionally, 1 Enoch's description of the heavenly bodies is strikingly modern for its time, foreshadowing one of the most eloquent monologues in all of Masonry, in which the fellowcraft is taught to view with delight the proportions of the vast universe as the planets move harmoniously in their different orbits and various revolutions. In the words of 1 Enoch, chapter 2, verse 1, "Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in the heaven, how they all rise and set in order each in its season, and transgress not against their appointed order." Having presented compelling parallels between the Book of Enoch, 1 Enoch, and Masonic insights into the human experience, we will examine the books of 2 Enoch and 3 Enoch in the next issue to learn how Enoch anticipated the qualities of a Mason in our craft today. What are the 3 books of Enoch? John M. Bozeman, Ph.D. In the 3 books of Enoch, Brother Peterson and Brother Minton discuss the significance, especially the moral significance, of these books to Masons. Yet what are the origins of these books? 1 Enoch, sometimes called Ethiopic Enoch, has a fabulous history. The work consists of some 108 chapters in 5 sections that deal with visionary, apocalyptic, messianic, and moral themes. These sections were likely first written in Hebrew and/or Aramaic and existed as separate books composed between 200 and 50 BC until they were compiled into a single work around the time of the birth of Jesus. The Book of Enoch was highly regarded by both Jews and early Christians, but gradually fell out of favor around 400 CE. Eventually, the book was lost in the West until it was rediscovered in Ethiopia around the 1700s. A few Christian and Jewish communities there had regarded the book as scriptural and had preserved the book in the Ethiopian Ge'ez language. 2 Enoch, also called Slavonic Enoch or the Book of the Secrets of Enoch, is likewise a visionary and moral work. The book appears to have been originally written in Greek-influenced Egypt, perhaps in Alexandria around the 1st century, although this is uncertain. Like 1 Enoch, the text was influential among Jews and Christians of that time, but eventually the book was lost, except for a few Slavonic translations in Bulgaria. 3 Enoch, also known as the Book of Palaces, claims in its texts to have been written by Rabbi Ishmael, a famous rabbi who taught during the 2nd century. However, the exact date of the writing of the work is unclear, and scholars feel that, like 1 Enoch, several shorter works likely were combined to form our present book. We do know that the book had reached its current incarnation by the early medieval period, about 700. In this work, Rabbi Ishmael has a vision in which he rises through a series of heavens to meet Enoch. He also describes Enoch's transformation into the angel Megatron. These books demonstrate a keen interest in the biblical figure of Enoch throughout the centuries, and interest continue today in Masonic degrees and by persons seeking greater understanding of biblical details through use of other ancient, though extra-canonical, sources. Like and share this article, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you wish to comment, please leave one, and as a reminder, hit the notifications bell. Any accompanying photographs or citations for this article can be found in the corresponding print edition. The Scottish Rite Journal is published by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. Mark Dreisenstock, 33rd degree, Managing Editor. I'm your host, Matt Bowers.